Go. Right. Welcome everybody. Right, like I just mentioned a minute ago, we are monitoring the dollar here. All right. We're currently, trending to the upside. Technically this is a lower high. Are we going to continue trending or not? Now, we also want to identify pretty quickly the strength in pairs here. So we've got at the top. We have got, let's just have a look at all of this here. So we've got obviously AUD, we've got NZD, we've got USD, we've then got GBP, we've then got CAD. Someone's coming in. We've then got CAD. Here we go. We've then got, let everybody in. CAD, we've then got Euro, Swiss, and then yen. So Euro, Swiss, and then JPY. All right, that is the current strength of pairs. Like always, it's very, very easy. You just want to group the bottom with the top. However, today's going to be slightly different. All right, because I'm anticipating a little bit of a tail off here on the dollar. So we're then going to be looking at right, what do we want to be trading? AUD and NZD ideally is going to be our highest output of pairs here. All right. So we're kind of going a little bit against trend, but I just like the idea of it. I like NZD more because we've obviously had this equal low here. However, we just want to wait and see what's going to happen here. We want at least a 15-minute breakout here. All right. So what I'm looking for with NZD is to trade a little bit higher to the upside here, and then potentially that. We're just going to map these out for the time being. We've then got AUD USD as well. Again, probably like this one pretty much where it is. And then obviously trading to the upside here. Potentially something like this. We can have a nice tight stop loss here, which is good. So it's not that much risk here, but I do like this one here. I'm just going to push this up a little bit higher. I do like this here. Ideally, if we can hop on this, then we can maybe get at least a 10 pip stop loss here. Let's go for a 15 pip because we're not. That's not going to break the bank either way. So that's what one, excuse me, trade that we're going to go for today. I'm just going to put those in now. So give me a couple of minutes, and I will put these in right now. AUD USD. So here we go. That's that one there. And these ones here. So there we go. My phone's about to die. Not very good, but we will make sure that we don't die before this ends. Right, there we go. I've got a charger here anyway. So AUD USD is one. I'm just going to pop this in the group very, very quickly, and then we can crack a lack a lack on with what we were going to look at. So let's just put this in right now. There we go. So, right. Come on, Dan. Type. All right, there we go. Just putting this in right now for everyone to have a look at. There we go. That is one that we're going to be looking at t today. Obviously, we are going to be overall, monitoring this. Let's just have a quick look at gold. All right, I haven't looked at it. Obviously, got the Asian high right the way down here. We got London high. Could we see a bit of a tail off, or are we going to see a continuation? I don't think there's any news to worry gold at all. I think, we're obviously going to be looking potentially, London highs here. All right, so well, it's a little bit higher actually, but London high, yeah, I think so. So we're obviously just monitoring this. Are we going to come back and retest? I just think gold's a bit too much. It's just flying. It's just absolutely flying. So I think anywhere around here, then yeah, I potentially might look to be buying from here, but it's really, really hard to know where to go to, where you're going to be aiming for. But this would be one I'd be looking at on gold if I'm not going to lie. This would be one I'd be looking at to potentially enter, potentially see what's happening here. That would be one. I'm going to post this in the group. Ooh, cancel. I'm going to post this in the group, and then obviously everyone can have a look at that as well. So we got a gold trade there. There you go for all you gold traders, you active golders. Um, that's what one thing I'll be looking at. I don't know if I'll be taking it, but that is one which I would be looking at potentially. But I'd want to obviously wait for this pull back here, potentially in the London equilibrium. There's obviously a lot of action here, but you want to be a bit patient and then see a push up. I can't see anything really changing. Yen is very, very weak. It's weak overall. Euro, it's kind of building back on, but it all depends on what's going to happen here. Yeah, in regards to everything, probably again would have to be NZD, but if we're looking at this on a slightly higher time frame here, and if we strip everything back, all right, if we look at this on an hourly, are we technically you could class this as a lower high here, but it's just a bit confusing if I'm honest. We did this change trend, but are we going to see that continuation there? So I'm just going to put that back to what it was. There we go. Euro AUD. Again, I think that this has got potential to fall even further, potentially down into this area here. Obviously stops around here. So I do think this has got chance to fall a lot further because AUD is very, very strong and Euro is very, very weak. So I'm going to put that one in there as well. There we go. So, but obviously we've got to wait for this area here to break, yeah? Right? You can't just be gung ho, waiting for just entering, we need that confirmation. Yeah. AUD sell trade idea. So that is another one that I'd be potentially looking into. Just want to see a break, retest, and a continuation down into this area here where we've had, lots of support. But I do think that this is going to continue this week. Pound's middle of the range, so I'll probably hold off that one. Euro CAD and Euro NZD. Very, very, similar, but I don't like. Well, you could almost liken not like this. If you extended this across here, we went on an hourly, there is a lot of consolidation here. So potentially this would be the only other trade that we could look into taking, potentially down into this area here, as you can see. So let's just change our stop losses, something like this. This would be another one here as well, Euro NZD to the downside, yeah? All right, so we've got four potential trades here. AUD we've entered. Just put this down here. AUD, USD we've entered. But then obviously we've got a few other options on the table. It's always good to have options, narrow everything down, utilize it. But yeah, so this would be Euro NZD sell trade setup. All right, so we've got our four trade setups here. Euro AUD, Euro NZD, AUD USD, and gold has got potential 100%, but I just don't think it's gonna retract like what's happened here. It's just ballooned up. AUD USD starting to pump up, which is what we like to see. Nice rejection out of that area. So let's hope for a nice continuation breakout. We've got a couple of walls here, which I would, be aware of, but I don't see why we wouldn't come into this area here first, and then obviously hopefully have a continuation. Nice tight stop loss. Gold has gone. Like I said, it's there's no stopping at the moment. You're at AD starting to go as well, and you're at NZD too. So remember these. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions at all? Anything you want me to go through? I'm pretty happy with our hot picks that we've got here. Does anyone have any questions at all? All right. Remember, trading doesn't have to be hard. All right. We've just got to make it easy. Yeah. And that is obviously our goal here. You obviously once you've done your strength of pairs, we do our top against the bottom, and then it's nice and easy. All right, because you're just utilizing the top performing against the bottom performing and just leaving these middle two out potentially. So look at this, beautiful guys, starting to move. That's what we like to see. Daniel. Is NZD USD off? No, but I just I like AUD more. But no, NZD USD is still a good trade there. It goes with everything we're speaking about. Swiss yen looks good for a drop. Looks good to drop. What's making you think this is good to drop with all of this support here? So just, I guess if you're looking at it on a 5 minute, I don't see it personally. I see price being driven down into this previous, low, and obviously a lot of consolidation here. I also see, yen as the overall weakest pair, so I wouldn't bet on it. But obviously Swiss is, pretty. Let's just have a look where Swiss was. I think it was one of the weakest pairs. Yep, too. So you're kind of, hopefully you're kind of recognizing that, if you want to play against yen, then you want to be playing like a AUD JPY or a NZD JPY because these ones are gonna push. But I just don't like where they are. I just don't like. This is a potential ADJPY. We've had obviously an equal load, technically trending to the upside. But I'm just not that confident. Yen has been hit so hard, and if you look at how much it's moved today, probably not as much as obviously it did Friday. So there is movement there, but yeah, it's AUD yen doesn't tend to move that much more than what it already has. So just be aware of that. But yeah, any more for any more. Yeah. So yeah, just I would one thing that's grading your pairs helps you with is it just obviously helps you not obviously look at trades like that. You're obviously not going to be banking on some yen strength if yen is down against every single currency. So just obviously, put this into your routine and it will really, really help you, in regards to cutting out these bad, not so much, bad trades, but there's you obviously want to trade something where it's going to have a higher probability, yeah. So just be aware of that. Any more for any more? Any more questions? Otherwise, we'll obviously hold it off here. And I'll probably do. Does anyone want me to break down anything in a video? Put a suggestion in the chat. If you want me to do a video after this call, and I'll break down anything. Or if you don't understand something, otherwise I'll just pick a random one. Fibonacci. Okay, everyone wants me to do Fibonacci. All right, no problem. So after this video, or after this live, I'll do a video on Fibonacci. So if we're having a look at everything, AUD USD's in a bit of profit. Euro AUD's about break even, and Euro NZD's about break even. We just got to wait for these to move a bit, and obviously gold. Look at that. It's just you just can't stop gold. Can't stop it at all. So just just gotta, yeah, see. But yeah, right. I'm gonna hold it off here, guys. So that this will be the last live in this inner circle. We're going to be moving over to the new one tomorrow. I've got loads of exciting stuff for everyone. So I've made a Calendly link. So I'm going to do 15-minute appointments. The calendar will be open. It'll be Monday to Friday, and it will be yeah, every single day there's going to be four appointments from 9 till 10, and there's going to be four appointments from 3 3 no sorry from probably 12 till 1 or 1 till 2. So there's going to be basically eight appointments. Anyone who's in there can book them. We're going to obviously make a few restrictions up so it's even, so that everyone can obviously book an appointment if they want to. But yeah, there's going to be loads of good stuff in there because I want to make sure that you guys are, valued and learning, and yeah, so it's going to be brilliant. But yeah, right, I'm going to log off now. Everyone give me a thumbs up, right, before you go. Come on. I'm going to do this for Instagram. Thumbs up. I need a whole page. Appreciate it, guys. We're going to smash it. As always, we're going to smash it. So, yeah, let's go. Right. Have a good one, guys.